Hi everyone, welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be doing a review of the Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Motormaster. Now, I was supposed to be doing this about a week ago, and I actually felt pretty ill, and I have done for the past week, so that's why there hasn't been any uploads or anything. So a lot of stuff has been delayed. There was at least about 4 videos that I was going to get up this week, but never mind, we're back on schedule now, and like I said, we're starting with Motormaster. Then on the back of the box, it's a bit more similar to the Legends class figures, so here we have a small bio right there, we have a picture of Robot and Vehicle Mode, and then over here he is as the chest of Menasor with the other figures in the wave that you need to create that, and I've actually done a review of all these guys now, so you can check them all out on my channel. So let's get this thing open and take a look. And here we have the Voyager class Motormaster out of the packaging, and it's absolutely fantastic that we do actually get a Voyager class here as the centerpiece for the combiner, which is absolutely fantastic. So something, if you have been watching my other Stunticons videos, is that as you can see we got 3 aerial box cards right there, and we also have one for Megatron, and then we have this one for Dragstrip. We didn't get one for Dead End, Breakdown or Off-Road, but then now we do get one for Motormaster. So you have cards for 2 Stunticons, and then you don't get cards for the other 3. And don't worry if this one looks a bit kind of strange, it's just still in the packaging, it gets sellotaped to the inside of the box. But it's just very, very strange that, you know, they're giving these away so that you actually have 2 Stunticons and you don't have the rest. So you can complete the Stunticons, but you can't complete your card collection. That seems really strange to me. So as for an accessory for this figure, you get this big sword for Menasor, which can be split into a sword for Motormaster and then also a gun for Motormaster 2. And for storage in vehicle mode, you do have a couple of ports on the back, so you could store it like that, or you could take this blade part off and just have the gun on the back there or something, but there's not really much else you could do. I would have loved to have had, you know, maybe pay a leader class figure price for this guy instead of a Voyager class, and have him actually be black, and then have a big grey trailer in which all of the hands, like the 4 hands slash feet that come with all the other guys, they could have come with that trailer, like been stored inside it, and then you'd have better storage for this, and then it'd be awesome if you could actually store all of the other weapons that came with all of the other Stunticons, like this, such as Breakdown. Obviously, there's no weapon storage here unless you want to just plug his gun right into the top of him, and that's just very, very strange. So I would have loved to pay a leader class price for this, had a big trailer on the back, so it really is a Motormaster, because Motormaster in G1, if you didn't know, the trailer and the cab did not split apart. Like, he was the trailer and the cab. In fact, the cab section, like the front of it, that was just his feet. So obviously that doesn't transfer well to transforming it into a robot that's only a little bit bigger than the other guys. The G1 toy, he was much, much taller. But, you know, for the toy here, they could have had the trailer come off, and then, obviously, you could have stored everything in it, and it could have been a nice battle platform or something. But nonetheless, we don't get a trailer. We do, however, get an awesome cab for Motormaster. As a quick size comparison, that is what it looks like next to, Breakdown there, another Stunticon, which is a really great size. I really do like that. We have some nice paint detail here, so it's mostly this grey moulded plastic. We don't get the painted wheels like we do on the other Stunticons. We have a more kind of shinier silver here, more of a kind of gunmetal colour around there that's on the kind of chest piece of Menasor. We get nice purple details, really, really small Decepticon logo there, but it is there and painted very well. And then you also get these really nice kind of gold looking headlights right there. And that's pretty much it for painter. You do get this waist piece, which is actually tabbed in at the back here. You can have that down if you want to. It does create more of a kind of, unified kind of look without that being stuck up, because from this angle you can kind of see that. But it does kind of help tab this section together. As you can see, that gap there, when I take it down, it increases. So it does help to keep that tabbed in, but if you don't mind that, you can just lower that down. So I'm going to go ahead and transform it. We're going to carry on with the review, and then at the end I'm going to show you how to put him into his combiner form. So first up, we're just going to flip these sections at the front up, and then these sections in here, you're just going to grab them and pull them down like so. Again, just take that and pull that down. And they're kind of tabbed into the legs a little bit here and here, not really that much. It's not very tight at all. It's just to kind of help it all stay together. So they're going to untab. You can go ahead and straighten them all the way out. They're going to split apart and open up like so and tab into place. Then we're going to rotate that around, bend the arm right there, and then you have the arms done. So now what we're going to do, we're going to just bring the legs down a little bit. At this section there's a hinge, and the upper torso is going to hinge round to the lower torso like so, enabling us to fully lengthen out the legs, split them apart, bring the feet up at the bottom, and then around here at the back, this flap that was up there, just collapse that in, and you can see there's a kind of big gap there. That just sits right there to cover that whole thing up. And then for the head, you go ahead and push down on the right side of this, and it just flips up like so. And then here is Motormaster in robot mode. Now I really do like that transformation. Some of the aspects of it make you think that it's actually going to be more difficult or a little bit more kind of annoying than it is, but it's actually a really nice transformation. Now, like what I said about Breakdown in the review for that guy, you know, I didn't like his transformation, like just a couple of aspects of it as much as the other guys, but it still worked very well. I think that this figure, some aspects of it, like, you know, moving that chest piece and whatnot, is like, it does feel like it's going to break the first time that you do it, but it's not. It's really strong plastic and everything. It's going to hold up really well. So it makes you kind of feel like it's not got a very good transformation, but then once you've done it, it feels perfectly fine, and I really do enjoy it. Taking a little bit of a closer look here, you can see he's got lots and lots of really nice moulding in detail there, a really nice big Decepticon logo there, and that head is just absolutely G1 Motormaster. That is absolutely fantastic. Really do like that head sculpt. I like the little smokestack sticking up there. Obviously that's there on both this guy and on the Prime figure. Now, the Prime version of this mould, there are differences in both modes, obviously most notably the head and the paint job, but you know, some of the details that were like on the side of the cab and stuff, in fact I can just open up this right here, some of these details, like these bits going up the side of the cab, like they're not there on Prime and stuff, so there are some differences. Obviously he's going to have an Autobot logo, not a Decepticon one as well, so it's not exactly the same figure. So if you do want to get the Prime version but you want this guy and you think that having the two is just going to be too similar, they are different enough. I don't personally want that Prime, but they are different enough to, you know, have both of them in your collection. Something that's really cool is that he stands almost 8 inches tall, so as you can see he is very much bigger than the rest of the Stunticons, which I really do like. That obviously helps out a lot when they're in the combined form. So taking a look at the articulation now, the head moves up and down a little bit, left and right pretty good, and a bit of side to side too. The shoulders come all the way out at that joint right there and swivel all the way around, and if you want to class that as articulation then you can do, but it's really just part of the transformation. We have a rotation here at the upper part of the arm. We have the bicep joint, which brings it down to 90. The hands, again, you know, that's kind of due to transformation of when you get them into combiner mode. If you want to class it as articulation, you can do, but you don't really achieve much from it. We have a waist rotation. If I get the arms out the way, you can see that the legs really do come out quite far. Really nice for something kind of blocky and bulky as this guy. We also have a rotation just above the knee there, and then we also have that knee joint which comes out to 90. And then again, if you want to class that as for articulation, you can do, but really it's just for the transformation. So he does have some really nice articulation there. So to put this guy into combiner mode, basically you're going to put the head back away like so, get that clipped in, and we're going to turn the arms around and fold those up, and they just tab into place like so. The tab is right here, and they actually lock into this little port right there. So get that folded up and in, get those locked into place. There's that one, and I think that one's done. Yep. It does tell you to move the hands back. I actually like just leaving them there because they're just kind of out here and it's just too bulky. I just really don't like that, but I like to just take these little fins here and just put them up so that they cover those hands. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to rotate it at the waist, bring the hips out, rotate this down and around, these flaps come up and tab in. There's a little hole there and the tab right there, so they clip in very easily, and give it another click there, and that gets tabbed into place. You simply bring the waist piece down so that it covers it like so, and then we open up this chest piece right here. Then the head comes up and it actually brings that chest piece up with it. Then you open these horns and then he is ready to go. So you can take blackjack and you can put the car right in there if you don't like the empty chest piece, or you might actually like that because that is pretty cool molded in detail in there, or you can keep it closed and have it like that if you prefer. And I do like that because then it means you don't have these sides all out here. You know, the bulk is mainly in the center of the chest, and that actually, you know, kind of resembles the car being on the chest anyway. So if you don't want blackjack, you really don't need it. You can just do that. I mean, it's a little bit empty inside there, but that doesn't really matter too much. And to connect, you do actually have to move the arms out the way to connect, but once the stuff's in, you should be able to move the arms back, and then they connect in here also. You literally just slide them in. Overall, I really do like this figure. I recommend it 100%. The colour, the detail, you know, the overall look of both modes, the transformation, and the and, you know, how easy it is to get in and out of combiner mode and stuff like that, so you can have kind of more playability instead of like these third-party ones where you really don't want to transform it. All those things put together really do make up a fantastic Motormaster. Not forgetting the really nice accessories, you know, the silver on that, the paint job is really, really cool. And overall, it's just absolutely fantastic, whether you are getting it to reminisce about the G1 Motormaster, or you're into the comics or whatever. It's just going to be an absolutely fantastic figure to get. So thanks for watching, guys. If you want to check out more images of anything from my collection and things that I've bought recently that are going to be future reviews, then go ahead and follow my Instagram and Twitter. It's Homerino123 for both. You can check out the links in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, and make sure that you stay tuned and subscribe for the Combiner. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.